Do you ever scroll on social media and wonder why some entrepreneurs just seem to get it? How do they have a ton of followers and all those likes and comments when you're just struggling to get noticed? Maybe you think you just don't have time, or you need a ton of followers before you get started, or maybe you think you don't even need social media at all. These are just a few of the common misconceptions and misunderstandings that I hear every day about social media. So I am here to dispel the myths. If you're new here, I'm Mariah, the owner and creative director of Mariah Riona Branding, helping creative female entrepreneurs build brands with confidence and success. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to click that subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon to be the first to be notified of when I upload new videos. Now, here are 7 common myths about social media and why they're all dead wrong. Social media myth number 1. I don't really need to be on social media. Maybe you've never taken the time to get on social media and your business is bustling despite your lack of social presence. So you think, I've made it this far. Maybe I don't really need to be on social media at all. Hold it right there. Are you honestly willing to say no to all the potential sales and clients that are on social media? What if your already bustling business could grow even more? Having a social media presence increases your business's exposure. It puts your brand in front of more potential clients, can help you build a loyal following, and connect with your audience. Creating a social media strategy is a must for any small business. Start working on your own social strategy with your social brand guidebook, my free workbook. I've linked it in the description down below, so go check it out. Social media myth number 2. I don't have anything important to say. One of the most common questions I get from clients and my audience is, what am I supposed to post on social media? I don't know what to say. And when your brand direction is unclear or you're lacking a solid social media strategy, it's easy to feel like you've got nothing to say. As I mentioned in a previous video, 5 tips to building your brand with social media. One of the first steps in building a solid social strategy is figuring out your ideal client. When you get really clear on who you're talking to, it makes it so much easier to know what to say. The thing is, your audience really does want to hear from you. When you can share about yourself, your brand, and what you stand for, you start to build those deep connections with your followers. Those are the kinds of connections that turn them into loyal fans and paying clients. So be sure to check out that video and also start working on your social brand guidebook to figure out who you're talking to and what you should say. Social media myth number 3. I need to do all the things. Another common issue that I see pop up for entrepreneurs is feeling like they need to build a presence on all social media platforms. And that can feel incredibly overwhelming. As I've talked about before, I'm a big believer in quality over quantity. I actually recommend sticking with 1 to 3 platforms max. By focusing on just a few social media platforms, you can give your audience more. You'll be more engaged, more consistent, and more confident with your social media. So how do you know which platform or platforms you should choose? Well, it goes back to that ideal client. You need to be hanging out online where they're hanging out. So get to work figuring out that ideal client, then you can get social. Social media myth number 4. I need a ton of followers. False, friend. This is one of the biggest misconceptions I see when it comes to social media. More followers does not automatically equal success, especially as a business owner. It's entirely possible to have 100,000 followers and not be profitable. Again, you want to approach your social media strategy with a quality over quantity mindset. You don't need a ton of followers. What you need is engaged followers. And guess what? If you build and implement your own social media strategy, you will start to get that engagement. And when you get that engagement, you'll start to get more followers. Social media myth number 5. I can't compete with the algorithm. Listen, those social media algorithms are tricky, but that doesn't mean you should just throw in the towel. Social media marketing is one of the best ways to connect with your ideal client. So despite those algorithms, you still need to be engaging and connecting with your audience. There will always be some new algorithm or change to your favorite social media platform that makes you want to pull your hair out. That's because social media platforms are in the business of making money. But guess what? You should be in the business of making money too. Having a strategy in place means that all of your social media efforts are quantifiable, meaning you can analyze and track over time what's working and what's not. Then you can make adjustments. Business is about change, and the businesses that make it are the ones that are able to adapt. Sure, we may not like the algorithms, but that doesn't mean we should just give up. Here's the real secret. When you have a strategy behind your social media, you don't need to compete. You just need to adapt. Social media myth number 6. I'm not good enough. This one really makes me sad because I hear it a lot. I'm not good enough, skinny enough, young enough, successful enough, or blank enough. It's easy to get on Instagram or YouTube or any other platform and start to think that everyone looks a certain way or acts a certain way or runs their business in a certain way. And maybe you just don't fit in. And I hate that. I don't want to see the same look over and over again, or read the same stories, or only see one version of successful. Social media is for everyone. And if you're worried that you don't see anyone who looks or talks or has a story like you, I know that can be scary. But it's actually a really good thing. You want your brand to be unique, and a big part of that uniqueness is you. And I promise there are so many other people out there who feel the same way, maybe like they don't belong. And if you're brave enough to show up and be your authentic self, you're showing them that they're not alone. Your story is important, and there are people who need to hear it. So please don't be afraid to show up because you're worried you don't belong. Here's the truth. Fitting in is boring, and girl, you were not made to fit in. Social media myth number 7. I don't have time. This is honestly the number one complaint I hear from entrepreneurs. Running a small business is hard. You're wearing so many hats and trying to do all the things, from one-on-one services to bookkeeping and everything in between. Throw social media on the to-do list and it's easy to feel like there are not enough hours in the day. That's how I felt. Posting to social media was always at the bottom of my to-do list, and it usually just didn't happen at all. Then everything changed. I actually shared my story in my last video, how creating a social media strategy transformed my business. So be sure to check it out. But basically, I had branding clients who wanted to hire me to run their content marketing and social media. So I needed to create a strategy and systems to plan it all out and implement it. And it worked. So of course, I decided to do the same thing for my own business. And that's when I was finally able to take control of my social media. I no longer use the excuse that I don't have time because I make the time, and everything is planned out and running in these systems that I've created. And I actually have a strategy behind what I'm doing, so I'm no longer frantically trying to find something to post right now because, oh my goodness, it's been months since my last post and I don't even know what to say. If you're ready to finally take control of your social media, to build a solid strategy, post with confidence, and really connect to your audience, and yes, turn those followers into loyal fans and paying clients, then you have to check out my course, Brilliant Social Brand. In this course, I take you through the process of creating your own custom social media strategy to grow your audience, grow your influence, and grow your brand. Want to know more? Click that link below. I cannot wait to help you build your brilliant social brand.